If the unrest persists, many will flee back to their abandoned communities. Our people will return home to Ambazonia, saying, "It is better to die at home than to die in a no man's land." Our prisoners of war, more than 2,000 of our compatriots, may be released. Fellow Ambazonians, participants, ardent supporters, and our financial warriors, thank you. Thank you for answering the call to this emergency reinforcement draft. This is supposed to be an in-house meeting and a strategic session. I'm deeply grateful to every one of you, every one of us, who have kept our finances and logistics afloat since the inception of this government in 2017. Your sacrifices brought us this far. Now there is a bridge we must cross. Like the Red Sea before the children of Israel, if we do not cross it, we will never reach the promised land. Last year, I spoke to you all in poetry. Today, I speak to you in prose. We must regroup because the atmosphere has changed and is changing. After the La République du Cameroon's electoral charade, Some things have become unmistakably clear. The handwriting is on the wall. Our struggle is about to enter one of its most tumultuous phases. The turbulence ahead could destabilize our movement if we continue to do business as usual. We must be proactive, strategic, and intuitive. This is no longer a marathon. We must now prepare for a sprint. The central question before us is both straightforward and urgent. How prepared are we? Or how ready are we to prepare structurally, financially, militarily, diplomatically, and even in mobilization? For more than a year, we have been building scenarios and contingency plans focused on our final exit strategies. These plans were not misplaced. They were designed for this moment. The present reality presents several inevitable components. One, unrest in La République du Cameroon is likely. Its timing and duration remain uncertain, but its probability is real. The political choices in La République du Cameroon will revive dormant federalist voices and may confuse our lukewarm Ambazonians and our suffering people. When one has lived too long in the fire, even the fry pan begins to look like an option. If the unrest persists, many will flee back to their abandoned communities. Our people will return home to Ambazonia saying, "It is better to die home than to die in a no man's land." Our prisoners of war also, more than 2,000 of our compatriots, may be released sooner than later. Whichever faction gains power from Elekam or the Constitutional Court may attempt to use this as a political stunt. Either way, our people will need organized care and reintegration. These realities demand two complementary actions: a comprehensive emergency response fund and wartime contingency planning. Both must be established now. Fellow countrymen and women, I have long argued, and I repeat today, that planning is not an admission of abundance. It is the reaction of a survival mindset. If our friends approach us, for example, in this moment of distress and discover that we have no response plan, they will offer sympathy and emojis and move on. But if we present vision, structure, and an executable plan, we will attract real partnership and real support. We are working on the ground now for a final push, a push that could bring us across the finish line sooner. Our hopes are high, but we need finances, number one. We must raise and steward funds immediately. I call on us, financial warriors, to make the extra sacrifice. Tough time is no excuse to delay essential planning. Number two, organizational overhaul. Effective immediately, we shall end the era of single-person departments, where individuals saw themselves as sole proprietors of their ministries. Going forward, we will operate through government commissions, emphasizing collective leadership with shared responsibility and accountability. Departmental silos that paralyze decision-making will be dismantled. We are entering the final phase of this struggle, and we must all run together in the same lane. Launching of our Dialogue and Negotiation Commission. I've established the Southern Cameroon's Dialogue and Negotiation Commission to be chaired by our statesman, Barrister Timothy Mbesa. This commission, in collaboration with the presidency, will prepare our negotiation positions, liaise with national and international partners where necessary, and advise on engagements involving national settlement discussions. Now, relating to the appointment of my Vice President, I'm pleased to announce that Comrade Steve Nebafo has accepted to serve as Vice President of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. He has served this movement since his days at the University of Buea, where I found him on the front lines of thought leadership in this struggle in 2017. Since then, he has served as editor, speechwriter, special envoy to classified missions, peace broker, my executive assistant, and Secretary of State for Home Affairs and Community Mobilization. In every assignment, he has proven himself reliable. He was the one who even recommended the late Vice President Ate when I considered that appointment in 2022. Today, destiny has caught up with him. Welcome to my world, Steve. I assure you, you will soon share in the arrows thrown at me. They will start by saying Steve is the problem, not the president. When I refuse to remove you, the arrows will fly straight back at me. It is the same playbook. Beware and stand firm. It is no wonder that those who want to cut down a tree will smile at a tree while they look around to see the roots they must dig out. Steve has served without seeking attention or reward. As he once told me, some of us are here just to see that the work is done. We don't have to be mentioned. I pray that this humility, loyalty, and ruggedness will help him serve our nation well. I thank the people of Mezam and Bafut for giving us our new Vice President. I've seen blue and black in the hands of those I once trusted. So Steve, I will not say I trust you. But let me say this. Help me take us to Buea. Dear Ambazonians, within the next 48 hours, I will release a new government. There will be no new entrants nor exit in the struggle. If anyone leaves the struggle because they are not in the government or their position changed, it simply means they were never in the struggle. Because nobody divorces a spouse merely because they lost a job. Two departments have been collapsed, yes, and their functions reassigned to relevant commissions and senior advisors to the president. Our focus now is strategic teamwork for optimum or optimal readiness. We are not weakened. We are becoming more capable. We are now going to be working in commissions because work in commissions bring institutional memory, resilience, and shared responsibility. Commissions ensure that no individual can hold government business hostage. From this point forward, departmental lines will no longer divide us. The shortcomings of one leader will not paralyze the collective work. Immediate actions and financial mobilization. Today, I call on all of us to launch the Federal Emergency Reinforcement Fund as a booster to support our ongoing and upcoming emergency operations. Our Ambazonia State Armed Forces has to be ready to seize every opportunity that presents itself, and there are many now. We must mobilize resources for contingencies before the crisis grow louder. The fund will lighten the burden on those at the front lines of territorial defense, diplomatic engagement, humanitarian aid, and logistics. We are making some major strategic moves or strides now, which for obvious reasons I will not detail publicly. But with the necessary resources, this moment could mark a turning point in our struggle. We have entered a new season in our fight for freedom and dignity. I wish we had the resources we had at the beginning of the year. The year is fast spent and our resources are low, but we must not sleep while the field we cultivated is ripe. If we failed to show up at harvest, we would have labored in vain. Now is the time to redeem every draft and complete every pledge we have made. Anyone ready to fund a specific aspect of this plan, whether it is water fufu for ASA, medical care for returnees, diplomatic missions, and emergency relief, should join the growing list of financial warriors here today with a mission. When you donate, please indicate the category of your choice, whether you are targeting diplomacy, water fufu, emergency, or you are just completing your federal draft of 2025. Fellow warriors, my call is urgent. The need is dire. I understand this is the end of the year, and many of us have already drafted or are completing our commitments. If you have not yet redeemed your draft, your full draft, use this opportunity to do so that we don't give medicine to a dead man. Every contribution counts and strengthens the foundation for our collective advance. Fellow Ambazonians, we have a vision, we have a team, and we will act with urgency and discipline. Planning is not an act of pessimism. It is the practical expression of our hope. Hope that we can do our best under any condition to protect our people, preserve our institutions, and secure a future for Ambazonia. May God bless our people and guide our steps at this moment. I thank you and expect that tonight we will send a strong message. We shall finish strong and never chicken out in the face of a tough challenge. Long live the government of the Southern Cameroons in exile, and long live the Southern Cameroons Ambazonia. God bless you for coming.
In the shadows we were fractured beneath the weight of silent tears, chains of history, scars on